Alright. So, we're here, finally. Oh god. What did I get into? What did you guys get me into?
You can go ahead and introduce yourself.
Alright. Hello guys, my name is KiAliens, or just Kia, which is far easier to be honest. I am pretty much a speedrunner of a lot of games, including A Link to the Past, with a really bad time, not gonna lie. Right now, I was about to explain what is this gonna go about, but you've seen randos. I mean, there's been about 3, 4, 5 tournaments so far. And excuse me about my English if it isn't so good. Well, it's because I'm from South America. Alright, without further ado, let's give the let's give this a go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. By the way, I don't expect too much talk from me since my dog has been howling pretty weirdly lately, so I'll be kinda focusing a little bit too much on the games. I apologize for that. And we have a little issue right now with the tracker. It's not updating for some reason, which is pretty odd. I'll see if I can get that fixed while I'm doing a cutscene.
Testing, testing, testing. Oh my gosh, I've been commenting this whole time. I've been saying the best things you've ever heard. Alright. To recap, basically you can do standard mode and open mode. And we're doing standard mode. So he was forced to go through escape. Now he's making his way through the Lost World, coming on down to Kakariko. So far, he has a decent amount of love for his life, form of hearts. He has 66 rupees, which will not quite be enough yet by the bottle from the merchant here. But he does have plenty of bombs, so he can make his way into the Blind's little hideout here, know all of his stuff. A little low, if I can fix it. How does this sound? Better? Alright, going back to what I was kind of saying while I was muted. The incentives for this run were to do it Silverless and all dungeons. So what that means for Silverless is that even though he's got the silver arrows, he cannot use them on Ganon. I don't think we explicitly said he can't use them at all. He'll probably end up using them. But he can't use them against. That makes the fight a little more tricky, especially depending on what kind of sword you currently have. But he doesn't even have a sword yet. He does pick up the Pegasus, so that's going to help us travel a lot quicker. And the other incentives is all dungeons. Normally, you only have to do the full dungeon. And then dungeons. Optional, unless they hold required items behind the boss. Raise the mic even more. You guys are so needy. Let me see. Let me fix this. This is the trick of restreaming and trying to do stuff at the same time. Alright, alright. That should have increased the gain. So he's going through, looting the Kakariko village here. He's going to check the tavern. His tracker is not working. And so I brought up my own tracker, and I was going to make that into what I was using, but then I got distracted because you guys couldn't hear me. So I am going to have to wait till he sees inventory to figure out what he's done, what he has. Mark off something. So he's doing the library check, and since he has boots, you can actually get it. He opts to grab a few extra bombs, which is going to cap him at 10 right now. And then he comes over, he's doing a quick check for the race minigame. If you have boots especially, it's really quick just to run over there, see if it's something you want, and then save and quit to get out. And that's exactly what he did, because we don't need to restock our arrows. We don't even have a bow to use. So, while he's doing this, see if I can maybe capture my tracker instead for him. Alright, I kind of tossed something together real quick, so we can kind of keep track of things a little better. And I'll do it for him, just like the other normal player would, right? Ooh, so he found a lamp. Normally you will be in dark rooms and it will be pitch black. You don't have a lamp. He also finds a sword. He is well on his way. It looks like he's heading over to Ice Rod Cave, or he could be doing a fake flipper maneuver. Red cane and net. Alright, thank you, chat. Oh wow, he found red cane. What a find. Yeah, so he's going up to Ice Rod Cave now. This is a very out-of-the-way check. It's an easy one that's early, and you could easily miss a key item here. So a lot of runners will actually opt out of this check until they get flute later. And it pays off. He does find a sword upgrade. That brings him to the Master Sword. He can technically kill Ganon with the Master Sword. Very rough Silverless, so I know he's hoping for at least a tempered. Silverless, is that what I said? Not swordless. He isn't doing it swordless. So here we see him. He's going to do the fake flipper. It is a frame-perfect trick, but very easy to line up. As you see there, he got it first try. Basically what you do is you jump into the water, and the very next frame, do a transition. The game only checks on the second frame if you have the flippers or not, and if you transition, it forgets to check. That's how that works. However, if he does get hit, even take 1 damage on any of these screens while he's doing a fake flipper, he will instantly die. In the vanilla game, it's actually a soft lock because the screen will continually wrap, and you can't get out of it. But the randomizer creators decided to fix that by killing him. And a hook shot. Oh, wow. It pays off. It pays off. Hobo had a necessary item for completing the game. And he sequence braked it. Wasn't supposed to get there until he had flippers. So now he's probably going to head up to Zora's Domain. However, he can't do anything there. So it may not be the right play. All he can do is check the ledge. And that's it. Right? Unless he got the Dark Pearl, or the Moon Pearl, Dark Pearl. And I just missed it. Because you can't go in this cave without the Moon Pearl. It's a really odd quirk. And he doesn't have 500 rupees to pay off King. But maybe he has it. Maybe he has it. Looks like he did pick it up then. Yep. So we'll mark that off. So that's the only check he can really do. And he gets the money, but not quite enough for King Zora. Short here. My math is off. Yeah, he's gonna be about 49 short. Probably gonna dip up here and just see what is on the ledge. Here. It's out of fake flippers right there. Ledge doesn't have it. So he's gonna save and quit out of here. Be interesting to see where he goes next. He does have a few options. Best option is probably going to be to check the 3 chests behind the old man here in the palace area. And if I'm missing any other items, feel free to let me know. Update the tracker. Blue cane and the cape. Sweet. Thank you. He has tons of invulnerability options. Great to have. Toss a ball at this... Or he's either going to toss a bomb at this wall, or he's just going to use boots to smash into it. So in the newer logic, you can actually get hints as to where key items are. Oh my gosh. Getting an ice rod and bacon. Oh yeah. I think he was hoping for maybe a bow so he can go finish Eastern Palace. Not gonna get it. Since he is doing all dungeons, even if Pearl Rock was not required, he has to do it anyway. So he actually had to find that ice rod. Getting the most lucky he can ever get, especially for this category that we pushed on him with incentives. And it looks like we do have some donations here. It looks like Gadok Teague donated $20. This is the least I could do for the countless hours of content Ceriam has provided me. Best wishes. Thank you, Teague. And Mysterious Dude donated $25. He says, please, when you get Pegasus boots, refer to them only as Big Shoes for the rest of the run. When you pull Pegasus from the chest, you must yell out, Big Shoes. It's possible these are read beforehand and I just didn't see it. If not, well, there you go. If it was, well, hear it again. So I checked them off. So here we're going through Eastern Palace. He's going to be pretty much full clearing. You can take a shortcut here because he has a hook shot. Doesn't have to go in the room up north. Saves a bit of time. All for that hot company. Make its way back to the left side here. Very linear dungeon. Here he's using his big shoes to get across the room faster. So this is a fun room. If you pick up this pot, you can move in a certain way and use the pot to kill these that spawn, and only 3 will spawn instead of all 4 of them. Or actually only 2 will spawn. If you mess it up, it can be 3 or 4. Go, a little bit of love. He has enough love to make a big love. Extra hearts. He's gonna check this hint block. So it's telling him unique items in the well. He's already got the well cleared out, so that's not very helpful at all. Big shoe. Did he pull up the map yet? Does anybody know what dungeons were what? It's not going to matter since he does them all, but nice to track them, knowing certain things are open. Okay, so it's going to go in here. You can do a sweet D-boost. Gets it off, instead of killing all the enemies in that room, which makes those scatter. Did not find anything of use. He's gonna head out of here and come back later. So right there is a little trick called super speed. You have to activate it by pushing your sword, or your item and your sword or your item and your dash, excuse me, the same frame, and then you have to go off of the stairs. It'll only be done in the open world because of how the stairs work, but it allows you, as you step off, to go at full speed, dashing. Oh wow, it's even real seed. Man, he finds the bow, and he has silvers. So he is super set right now, undamaged. Alright, it looks like he's going to head on back to Eastern Palace and finish it up now that he can finish it. It kind of sucks to have that huge detour, but what are you going to do, you know? Spliced randomizer. You can see him using super speed more here. As long as you aren't hit, or you don't jump off a ledge, you keep super speed until you transition like that. Alright, so for progression, he's really running out of options. He has, looks like, literally 2 more places. He can check Agina's Cave, or he can kill Aghanim to get Dark World access. Which, it's more and more looking like he's going to have to kill Aghanim, which no one ever wants to do, especially when they're already doing all of the dungeons. So even though the seed's being really nice, giving him all these items, it's kind of trolling him at the same time. good, interesting strategy using his sword beams to do damage. Switches to the bow there. Incoming mirror on pedestal, oh man. That would certainly be interesting. For those that don't know, you have to clear 3 pendant dungeons in order to go to the pedestal. It can have key items. Also, it doesn't matter a whole lot since the incentive was to do all dungeons, so he's going to have to get all of the pendants anyway. But it would be a far out of the way check if he had to go there. He's going to have to be careful there. Getting bullied a little bit. Even though he has plenty of hearts, he does not have a tunic yet. Taking full damage. Stock up on him. Before he heads into this boss fight. So this boss, with silver arrows, is very much trivialized. It only takes 1 arrow per each entity there to kill them instantly. I'm gonna clean them up. Nice and quick here. There we go. Rewarded with 300 rupees. He has tons of rupees now. So he has a few options, like I was saying. The best play is probably at this point just to kill Aghanim and get Dark World access. That opens up a lot. He can go up to King Zora for 1 item, or he can go to Agina's cave for 1 item. That's about it. Like he's gonna opt to go down to Agina, do 1 check. Unless we're missing another item that he has that I didn't see. He can also see the ledge item if he wants to take a look, but it's pretty far out of the way. So, yep, he's gonna go up here, check the 1 item. Wanting pretty badly not to have to kill Aghanim. Or Aghanim, sorry. I get these saying these names back and forth really close to each other. Agina, Aghanim, Agina, Aghanim. Not easy. And he finds just a little bit of love. It's not going to be enough. Pierce is going to go out and check the ledge item, just to have knowledge of it. Can't get there without either the book or... There's his check. He knows it's bombs. I'm gonna get on out of here. So he really, either he forgot that he can kill Aghanim, or he really does not want to. So he's going to go down here, he's going to fake Flipper again, and go turn in 500 rupees to King Zora and see what he gets. Nice fake Flipper there. First try. Any bets on what King Zora's going to give him? I can tell you right now, it's not going to be anything he wants. Okay, I can't. That's kind of like a commentator curse. But anybody who does this knows he's probably not going to find what he wants. Because randomizers love to hate you. The more they give you up front, the more they screw you later. Does have to be a little careful here. He still it can't be hit by anything water walking. And just a little love. That exhausts all his possibilities. He does have to kill Aghanim. Yeah, he couldn't hear that it was red because of how our mics are set up right now. But I've been calling him Big Shoes, if I remember. So onwards he goes. We get to truly see pretty much 100% of this game. All dungeons and Aghanim. Silvers, once again, trivialize these guys. Usually take a lot of hits, but they're one-shot by silver arrows. There are no items in this entire dungeon. Just chest was key to help you get further on. There's no actual key items. Go through this dark maze. If you don't have a lantern, this is pitch black. There are people that traverse dark areas. Well, he knows which one of those he has to kill to get the key on. He's gonna probably take a look at this hint. Grabs the key and heads on out. And he's almost to the top of this tower here. No problem for a man that's armed to the teeth. There's our Princess Zelda, who is kidnapped, and this is the first time we see her after we helped her escape Aghanim doing his dastardly plans, sending her far off. We know that's a fake curtain. Can't trick us. So he is immune to all damage except his own, so what we have to do is reflect his balls back into him. He has, after the very first one, a 50% chance to blue ball you. If he blue balls you, you can't reflect it. Just gonna go dink and bounce it like that. If you're really super lucky, you can actually have no blue balls. It's a good time for everybody. As you saw there, after he does all of his balling, he will light you. Then he starts the cycle all over again. Hope for that 50%. So he's getting away with mineral blue balls. He finishes the fight. We are now in the Dark World. So he has a few checks here. He's gonna check this ledge item. It's only some 50 rupees, which he doesn't need. I'll grab it anyway. Maybe he's thinking he's going to need some potions for Silverless or something. Then he has to head on down. He has to use his hammer. He actually has a few options right now. He could either head to Pod, fully clear Pod, or he can head on down here and check things like Hype Cave, Stumpy, and Dig Gate. Hype Cave is first. There's some hype in chat. Well, Hype Cave wasn't very hype. It's because you guys didn't say hype. Man. Jinxing them. So now, ooh, there we go, here's our checks. Like, pendant here. Totally didn't look quick enough for any of the rest, because I'm really slow at this. Type in a cup. Alright, so he's gonna go over here, check, see if somebody has anything for him. He's really locked out of a lot of things right now. He's gonna want to have lift. So the interesting thing about how this is working out is that it's pretty much saying, hey, you need to go clear a Palace of Darkness. He has one more check before he can fully clear the dungeon. Alright, it does look like we have another donation. It's from Inanimate J for $100. Hype. It says, my parents decided they want to contribute as well. Little do they know, it's going to the diaper goal for RTS Lightning. Forsooth, we travel yeetward towards 3K. Thank you very much for that generous $100. And with that, we are only $15 away from the actual, real-life diaper run. Looking back, like Kia paid off with his gamble to check the dig game before Pod. He just got a little bit of lift there. So this opens up Dark Kakariko, however, he cannot get there from this side. He doesn't have a mirror to go back and forth either. So right there, I utilize an item dash. It's pretty similar to how super speed works. Basically, you hit the item, such as a hammer, on the same frame as your dash, and it will use that item on the way, as if you're constantly using it, hitting everything in the path. It does not work against enemies, however. At least that particular hammer dash doesn't. So you do have to stop it before you hit an enemy, otherwise they'll hit you. Here's our friendly little monkey Kiki. If you get hit, he runs away. It does require some money here to be paid out. Opens the dungeon. In we go. So this dungeon is really interesting because there's some logic that you can do it a lot better if you know the logic that's in place. There are certain keys that have to be in certain chests, and there's certain areas that have to contain a certain amount of items. And if you're keeping track of all these things, it can greatly speed up going through this area. Looks like he's going to go to the right side first. The right side requires either to have a bow or to do a minor glitch called a Glanon pot. which a lot of people know that it's related to a major glitch, but in this one instance, it's actually not considered a major glitch. But he doesn't have to do that since he does have the bow. Makes up the dash really easily. So there has to be at least 4 keys in the first half of this. But there could be more. We're going to see a lot of keys. Palace of Darkness is known as, dare I say it, Mullet Mansion, because business up front. All your keys are up front. But the party, back. Oh, look at that, doing some swag, getting across here for the big key. So once again, since this is 100% all dungeons, you will need to find the flute, the mirror, fire rod, flippers, and he'll need heavy lift as well. There's his mirror, speaking of. He's gonna mirror on out of here after getting that last. While he's making his way back, let's look at donations here. We just got another $15 from C Prosu. It says, achievement unlocked, actual diaper run. So we will be seeing RTS Lighting in a real diaper on stream later tonight. Thank you. There's his heavy lift. So pretty much in the entire overworld and dark world, light and dark world overworld are all open now. We're just looking for some key items for dungeons, such as the fire rod, flippers, this is yet another dark room that can be done in the complete dark. It's a nice blue tunic. That'll reduce his damage taken. Coming up with a big chest. Probably going to have a small key. Oh, it has a shield in it. Good. And all that's left now is kill the boss. Gonna do a little trick here. Get the shot off. A shortcut. Since he has the red cane, he can skip pushing a statue around and just toss that on the block switch there. Oh no, a dead end. What shall we do? All right, just shoot the statue. That makes sense. But looking at the goals, all of our goals have been met. The things that are currently open are close this bid war in this run. We have the 3 ninjas kick back. There's a character choice. You can either have it be the default, or you can be Rocky or Tum Tum for that one. There's $5 for his Tum Tum. If you know that game and want to see him use another character, feel free to donate towards that bid war. Let's see what else. We have the Shovel Knight file name is still open right now. Waldette is winning with $25. There are no other options yet submitted. We also have Super Metroid Save or Kill the Animals. And now Kill the Animals has $329, while Save the Animals have $608. Looking back at Kia here, he has made his way to the boss. He's going to be hammering his face off. He's using a little bit of a trick here where you hold the sword out while you're hammering. It provides a few extra pickles facing upwards to hit him easier. It does generate a little extra lag though, because of the particle effects. And he finishes him off with a silver arrow. Only takes one of those. So that looks like it. There's only 3 bid wars currently up. We will be looking to add more donation incentives for you as we go through these runs, come up with ideas. If you have any ideas, please let us know. Although I'm not sure you'll be able to top off the diaper incentive. But you can go ahead and try. Just because there's not any open incentives now, don't let that dissuade you from donating. Obviously, we're here to support Ceriam and everything he's going through. If you do want to donate, and there's nothing you want to apply it towards, we can actually come back retroactively and apply those things for you. So don't worry about that. Donate when you're well ready to donate, whether or not there's an incentive you like. So he's making his way up here. It kind of looks like he's just resorted to doing a 100% clear, check every single thing run. This is normally a very, very slow check. You don't typically come up here this early when there's so many other things you can do. But this is the catfish, and we'll see what he has. Just a little love. He wasn't very happy about that. See what he's planning on doing. Okay, so how this game works is if you kill Aghanim and you save and quit while you're in the Dark World, it puts you back on top of the temple. So you have to go back to the Light World and then save and quit to get the options to spawn in the Light World. And come over here and check King's Tomb. You require the power lift gloves and your big shoes. Get down. All for naught, unfortunately. Now he has a couple different plays. He can either head up the mountain, go to Tower Hera, or he can go back to the Dark World and do Thieves Town. It really depends on what he's most comfortable with. He does have plenty of safeties to go into Thieves Town, but he is going to manage his way up the mountain here. Maybe even checking Lumberjack really quick. He does opt out of that. I'm not sure if he checked it or actually. We're going to go save the old man now. How did he get here in the complete dark? Did he have a candle? Did it no longer illuminate? Did it burn out? Like, how did he get that far? And he just stood there? We'll never know. Oh, he really loves us, though. Fortunately, that's not what we're looking for. This is a tough world, we don't need all those hearts. Tough love. Once again here, he's making use of it. Finds even more love. And even more love. This is insane, the amount of love that this game is giving him. This is Love Mountain. Head on into Tower Hera. So he sees he doesn't need that and comes right on back up with his... Bulky does mean we're gonna head to the basement. Sometimes the basement is skippable. We never like to go to the basement because it takes so long. We'll probably see a cool little strategy here. Yeah, looks like he's gonna stand on these, and as they come up, because he's inside of them, the game keeps giving him iframes. But it doesn't push him out. He can stand here, AFK, take a pee break, whatever it needs. Talk and chat. Finally make our way to this chest, which we'll be having our big key so we can progress. Continue through. We're gonna avoid all these jellies. Octo. Make our way through the mini world. Fortunately, there's just some cash there, but he can easily get back over that without falling down because he has big shoes. That's pretty much all of this dungeon. He's gonna head upstairs, and he's gonna kill Moldorm. Hopefully he doesn't have any falls here. Moldorm can be a huge troll and knock you off the ledge if you're not careful. But when you do a spin attack, it doubles your sword's damage. Makes this fight a lot quicker. Oh, he barely pulls it off. Look at that. Stays on. Doesn't get pushed off. All for a map that we don't need, obviously. Okay, now he's going to be checking Eastside Death Mountain. He notices up there on the island that it's something that he won't need. Go over here and actually open up this portal to the Dark World. This will give us knowledge of what medallion is required to enter it, but we can't really do much in there without a fire rod. He might dip in there, though. He is able to open it. Gonna go in. He can check one chest in here. Possibly more, if it's a small key. Oh, wow. Is this guy cheating? How did he know? That wasn't the play. He got lucky. Dipping a Turtle Rock for the one chance. Playing it off like he knew it was there all along. Now he's checking Hookshot Cave. So far, nothing good. Love and some cash. Going to Super Bunny Cave backward. Checked in here. A lot of love, and a little love. Can't stress how much love this game is giving him. Now he's gonna go back to the light world. Some checks here. He's gonna Paradox Cave. About 6 checks in here. Look. Love. Cash. Wow. Again, he's hoping for a little more, but the game just wants to feed him up on hearts and cash. I'd be okay with that in real life. But in the game, we need a little more. Having the book does open up the tablets. Probably check that before you... Big shoes to get through here really quickly. For another 300 rupees. That was quite a nice retirement plan, if you ask me. And he's gonna get on out of here. Save and quit. Does have 3 dungeons available to him now completely that you can finish. To this town, Desert Palace, Swamp Palace. See what he chooses. My guess is he's gonna head to Swamp Palace. But maybe not. Then over to Desert Palace. So he already knows on the ledge it's just some bombs. He doesn't have to worry about coming. Book to get in here. There's nothing special about Desert Palace. It's another really early dungeon. Meant to be done super early in the game, but the vanilla. He's gonna make his way through here in a linear fashion. So exhausting all of the places in there. Now heading towards the boss. Here we finally are. The Desert Palace boss. Does have silver arrows, he's gonna try to snipe each one. They'll take one hit each, but it's kind of tricky sometimes to hit him. See how he does. Struggling with this last one a little bit, but I'll have to switch to the ice rod. And finishes him off. Dusty Palace is now complete. He has a heater shield. Nice little quality of life safety there. Save and quit. Make his way to his next location. Looks like wait, did I miss an item? Did he get the fire rod? Oh, he didn't. Okay, so maybe he's coming back up here for the tablet check. Yep, okay, so he's gonna come all the way back up here to check this tablet. It's another check that's really far out of the way. Typically you won't see runners check it unless they're doing Tower of Hera. All for some rupees. So now it looks like his dark play is going to be Dark Kakariko. Town, as it's also known. It does look like we have a donation. We have $5 from Seawalker777. It says, "I'm the third strongest donator. Thank you, $5. Here we are, going through Thieves Town, plundering all the houses. ₹20 each. I'm gonna go ahead and open up dungeon entrance there. Back to the treasure minigame. The second item always has what the randomizer item is. Just a little bit of love. Now we head into Thieves Town Dungeon. Face off with Blind. Our first out of 4 possible chest item locations. Gonna be rupees. Our second one's gonna be a nice quality of life there, half magic. And some arrows. This last one does have to be a big key. Spoiler alert. So this dungeon has one more item that we can scavenge out of it. He's gonna let us see Mr. Robot Ness. We're heading down to the basement. We're gonna go find a helpless lady that's all alone. Needs our help. Here she is. Here's our last item in this dungeon. So he does not have a small key to get in here, which means the small key is actually in the chest that's behind that door. Not sure he was quite keeping track of what he's gotten yet. Know that he doesn't need anything else. He just needs to go kill the boss. Here's blind. Turns out that lady wasn't helpless, it was a monster. There's a really cool quick kill setup for this boss. Didn't get to see it here. While there's a lot of randomization to this fight, if you do the same thing every time, he will react appropriately every time. Get another crystal. Out we go. Gonna make his way down to Hammer Peg Cave, aptly named because you have to hammer all the pegs, and it opens a cave. Finds his first bottle. Does have our blue juice. This Kool-Aid will heal us to full and give us full magic. Here's Jeremiah the Bullfrog. Little fetch quest. Okay, so he's taking a slight detour here. Because he got a bottle, he can go see Sick Kid, who really loves bottles. Sick Kid is going to give him some bombs. I guess he likes sleeping with his bombs. And finally, we get to take Jeremiah home. Turns out he's a blacksmith. Who'd have thought? We do need to leave and come back. He'll give us our item. Which is a little, Now we're gonna have our little lunchbox here. Take him all the way to the lockpick. On the way, like he wants to check the South of Grove Cave. Which is his fire rod. He is now in go mode, folks. That is, if he didn't have to do all dungeons. So since he has to do all dungeons, he does have to have the flute to do Misery Mire, and possibly another medallion, depending on what's required to open it. Now we get to see what's in this purple chest of bars. Oh, just some bombs. Love when all your fetch quests are bombs. I'm gonna do a check up here to see what's on the bomb list tablet. Some rupees. Hashtag ain't broke. And here we go, right onto the Swamp Palace. We're gonna have to drain the swamp first. Go in the Dark World, the actual dungeon. This is another place that's really loaded with items. There are 6 possible items in here. Well, there's 6 items. Whether they're useful or not, I guess, is impossible. And since he is looking for the flute, which can be anywhere in logic, so this is the one downside about doing all dungeons. The flute could be in Ganon's tower because the logic doesn't say that you need it to get into Ganon's tower. It's going to be somewhere in the game, but it could be literally anywhere except in Misery Mire, which only has 2 options anyway. So, well, technically it can't be in Misery, in the hut or Checkerboard Cave as well. That's 2 locations. He has a ton of options for not to find the flute anywhere till Ganon's tower. So he still has to do 100% clears. He can't treat this like a true go mode. Or rupees. Over here, he has to be really careful. You can flood a key. It requires you to start the whole dungeon over. In other words, we go into the left side of Swamp Palace, something that you don't want to have to see if you don't need it. It does take quite a bit of time to come all the way over through all these rooms, check all these chests. Fortunately, it's what we have to do in this room. Rupees for it. Our final chest on the left side here. Be a map. He's not very happy with it. Now we backtrack all the way to our big chest, which, unless I missed it, he doesn't even have a big key yet. So we'll have to pass the chest and come back later. Yep, just did a double check there. No big key. Down in the basement here, we have got 2 chests to the south to check. Boss and 1 other chest up north. We also, of course, have the big key. Requires the big chest. However, there's a nice little tempered bonus. That'll make his Silverless Ganon fight much easier. The big key. It'll be interesting to see what he does. So he has a 50-50% chance that it's either going to be item or the... Wait, did he get the... Oh. But I believe there's only one item left, and there's 2 locations. Ooh, we made it through. So that's a known buggy stairwell. It'll send you heading right back down if you're not holding the right inputs. They came back just for the blue bow. And by bow, I mean boomerang. The blue boomerang. Not a bow. Then finish off Swamp Palace. Also, sorry about this. I do see another donation here. Looks like it's from Neon Alpha, $25. Says, sorry I can't do more, but hope this helps. Thanks for the $25. Now we see Kia starting this boss fight. He has to use the hookshot to get these away from the main body, and then he can slash them so they're vulnerable. Luckily, since he just got the tempered sword, it only takes 1 slash to kill him. Fun fact, if you come in here with the fighter sword, you have to have a hammer to do damage to them. Which means you're going to be doing a menu boss. I'm trying to finish him off with 1 silver here. If you can hit him. Gives up, just slices him with a sword. And there you go. Nice easy fight. 300 more. You are retiring very well. Kush. Hashtag ain't broke, that's right. Now, once again, we got a few more options. We can go to Ice Palace, Skull Woods, Pearl Rock, or a few more overworld locations. Like we may be going to Skull Woods. Skull Woods only has 2 items. Come up here to our first chest, see what we get. So that's one of the 2 possible items we can find in here. We're hoping for a small key in this next chest, though. That'll save us a lot of backtrack time. If you don't get a small key here, you have to go all the way back out and down. And it's a big key, so we will be going out and around. However, we can check the big chest after we get it. This does have to be a small key 100% of the time, otherwise you will not be able to leave this room. Even if a hand gets you, you just go back to where you fell in. See if he does the bomb jump. Alright, so he's going to try to do a bomb jump, which requires... there's only a couple pixels to do it in. You have a few more pixels of leeway if you have the big shoes. And he gets across just fine the first try without even using shoes for a small key. He has the red cane, he's going to use that to make this a lot simpler. And there's his second item in Skullwoods, which is going to be the Butter Sword. So this golden sword is the strongest sword in this game. It's the 4th level of the sword. And attacking with it does no more damage because it's already the max possible. And he's going to have the easiest Silverless fight you could possibly imagine. So I don't think he's keeping track properly. Oh, no, there he goes. Oh, never mind. Normally, if you keep track of how many items you've gotten in a dungeon, that will make it so that you don't need to check the rest, because you know there have to be something that's useless to you. He's going to go ahead and find an item in here that's not either going to be the compass or a small key. He only needed keys that he had, he didn't need... But it's not a big deal. Fire Rod and Half Magic make this really easy as well. Coming through here, just lighting everything on fire. The pyromaniac that Ness is. We'll go right to the boss fight here. Seems that Godzilla didn't finish the job. We gotta fight Bothula here. So, a little thing about this fight is that if you hit Bothula into spikes, it actually does just 1 damage to him instead of the full damage. Rando kind of fixed things a little bit for the Butter Sword. It had no damage value originally, so now it does the same as a Temper. But if you were somehow using the vanilla part and you got here with the Butter Sword, you would not be able to damage. I'm just going to go ahead and check Pendant Pedestal. Does not have all the pendants yet, but you can see what it is. This magic coin freezes everything, so that's basically telling you it's the Ether Medallion. If Ether Medallion is required for a dungeon, then, well, actually it can't be required because Misery Mire is a pendant, so we know that Misery Mire does not require that pendant. We have a few more checks here. We can do Bumper Cave check and Graveyard Cliff. So he noticed there it was just a pack of 10 bombs, so he has no reason to continue up there. Now he's going to come over and check Graveyard Cliff. We do have another donation from new102618, $5. No comment. Thank you for the $5. So we're coming up the Graveyard Cliff. He only finds a little love in here. He is truly exhausting all the overworld possibilities here. He's trying to figure out his next move. You can either do Ice Palace or Turtle Rock. Usually you want to do Turtle Rock before you can go to Ganon's Tower, just so it's nice, continuous motion. But it's not necessarily what you have to do. And go on up to Turtle Rock. Oh, he's actually checking Spike Cave. This is truly a 100% run. This is another check that you want to absolutely not have to do. It's a lot of your time wasted all the way out here. Luckily you have tools to make it super quick. All for some reason. And he'll probably head on out and go back to Turtle Rock at this point, I guess. Get the fairy. Yep, the fairy wants to give him a little love too. Fortunately, he did lock himself out of progressing there with that squirrel. Into Turtle Rock we go. This time we have the tools to complete it entirely. Do a little trick here, switch to the hook shot and pull ourselves off so we can get back to the start really quickly. Go through the open door. I'm gonna opt to use the blue cane for invulnerability as he dashes on through. That's unfortunate. So if you don't slash at those, you just let them hit you, you won't get knocked off. These guys, they're the bane of most runners. They do a ton of damage. Almost got eaten alive. Chain chomps don't belong in this game. Go back to Mario. We're gonna grab a key off of this. Gotta be careful, he's gonna use his blue potion as soon as he's not a robot anymore. He does have a net, so if he finds fairies, he can store them for later. Unfortunately, he does not have magic power, so he can't turn those anti-fairies into fairies. Have to dodge them as well as he can. Dude, there's our big key. This looks a lot more complicated than it is. It's not. There's just two pipes. You just go to two different places. It's that simple. Interesting choice. Oh, there he goes. Now he's using the fire rod. Fire rod does kill these in one hit. He's still looking for that flute. He's going to have to continue to 100% check everything. That includes Mimic Cave outside here. Laser's giving him a little bit of trouble there. He's going to use a neat little glitch here where if you're pulling on a wall, they don't actually, or they continue to follow your inputs even though you're not moving. Nice big heart out of it. Seems like most of his progression items are found in dungeons. After the first few there. He's gonna have to be really careful here. He has no backups. If he dies, he'll go back to the place where he last entered the dungeon. Which in this case is the Mimic Cave entrance. Gonna use his magic cape to not take any damage from it. You got another dark room that you can do in the complete dark. So he's going to opt for the safety save here. He's going to walk outside to save his position. Now when he dies in the dungeon, he'll spawn right here. If he dies, rather. I think he's really worried about at this point with so little life. And he gets a safety fairy. What a game. So this is Laser Bridge. It's meant to be done with the Mirror Shield. We don't have the Mirror Shield, however he does have half magic and 2 items that make him completely invulnerable. So let's see, there he goes. He's using his cape. And he gets a fairy in a bottle. What a save. This game loves him. To kill himself, though. Gotta be really careful. There is one more heart he can get before the boss, and then he has to do the boss perfectly not to die. He might try to farm some extra life around here. Luckily, he does have a full magic pickup right here as well. Let's see how he does on the boss fight here. He has to play... He does have that one safety fairy, so he's probably going to be okay. Butter makes this extremely easy. Just does so much damage. You have to use the ice rod on the fire head and the fire rod on the ice head. And then he comes out for a second phase. And finishes him off. Nice and easy. Didn't even need his fairy. And he gets a shovel out of it. Another fetch quest, open up yet another location that the flute could be in. So now he has done all of the crystal dungeons. He has access to Ganon's Tower, which he can fully complete. However, because the incentive was met, he does need to finish Ice Palace and Misery Mire before he kills Ganon for the final time. This is a smart move. There are a ton of chests. There are 20 items he can find in Ganon's Tower, whereas there's only about 5, 6, 7... Not even that many. There's only about 5 other locations you could possibly go to. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there's only 5. So Ganon's Tower is the smartest place to go to find that flute. He can actually complete all of it and not face Ganon until after if he really wants. His right side check, Miri now. Check the left side. Really cool movement here when you have both the hookshot and the big shoot. So it's very possible, even if he finds his flute, he's going to need another medallion to get into Swamp, or excuse me, Misery Mire. there's his other medallion. So, never mind, he will not have a problem. No matter what it is, he can have access to it. As we know, the last medallion is behind the pedestal, which can't be a requirement for Misery Miner. That's a thing. All that's left now is he finds his flute. Yeah, as chat's reminding us, that all of our current incentive goals are met. However, there are bid wars. We have 3 ninjas, choose which one is played. We have the Shovel Knight file name. We have kill or save the animals. Save the animals is winning by about $300. Those are our current bid wars that you can bid on. Like Rando Room didn't really give him a whole lot. Not that there's much to get other than the flute now. Maybe a red tunic. There's 1 pixel too high there. You can actually skip teleporting twice here. Use your big shoot. Get D-boosted across. Here's Bob's chest. Now we're going to head on down, and we're going to have our first refight here. Once again, we have Silver Arrows. The only difference is that we're doing it on ice. You get a little Disney on ice here. There's our red tunic. And some shrooms, and the big key. So he is completely set here. And there's his flute in the big chest. Oh man, that's what he was looking for this whole time. What luck. What luck. So he's gonna opt to go ahead and finish the rest of the tower here since he's in here, which he can do with our incentive requirements. He just can't kill Ganon until after he does both Ice Palace and Misery Mire. Yeah, if he would have forgotten that big chest, it would have been quite the fun time coming all the way back here. So he's moving on to what we call the gauntlet. Basically, well, just that, a gauntlet. He's going to run through all these different puzzles, all through these rooms with enemies that he's got to either kill or avoid as fast as he can get through. Do a little swaggy item dash to get through there with invulnerability, and then he's going to take a stop over here. This is a fairy refill room. Like he opts just for a 1 refill. He could have used his net and tossed a fairy in one of his free bottles, but he doesn't feel the need for that. Pretty confident. statue, giving them some lasers to the face. Nothing in the game blocks their damage. The mirror shield. I'm pretty well through these rooms so far. Now we're at our second refight. Exactly the same as the first time, except they chose to add a little pea shooter there. To annoy greatly. Pushes them off a lot better than the first fight there. So while the incentive was Silverless Ganon, so he can use the silver arrows that he found until Ganon. He cannot use them on Ganon. That's unfortunate. So usually 9 times out of 10 you can dash. Use your big shoes to go straight up that hallway there, and those won't be in your way, but they are somewhat randomized, so... They are in a way you tink off them like you saw there and it stops you. Almost to the top of the tower here. We get our refight with Agony. More chests, which you can completely skip because he's no longer looking for his flute, which I didn't even mark the tracker. There we go. Often skips all the remaining chests here. Here's our third refight. If you haven't noticed, all the Light World bosses come back for rematch, and it takes a tumble. You will have to slowly walk back up. Try again. Oh, and another tumble. I think my record's 4, personally. Alright, there we go. Now he finishes him off. So technically, if you know how to hover, you can skip that boss. You can get across there without using the hookshot. But hovering is not easy. Here we are, our Aghanim refight. Very similar to the last time, except now there's more balls in your face. It's a nice 2 combo there. The secondary ones that are grayed out, they can never do blue balls, but the main guy can still blue ball you. So as long as you have your protractor out, you should be able to align the angles here and never miss. He actually finishes them really quickly. Good fight. And this is where you'd normally head on down, finishing Ganon. But he's going to have to go complete 2 more dungeons before he does. So he does have the flute, but he has to go activate the flute first. Just something that's very easy to forget, especially if you get the flute in a weird place. So in order to activate the flute, we have to go back to Kakariko and play it in front of the statue. So if anybody knows the duck anthem, feel free, spam chat. If he fell in the hole, he would be required to fall further down and restart outside in the temple. So you'd have to either die or save and quit, or go to the second phase and fall down. Like, there's a couple options, but you'd probably just save and quit. Looks like he's choosing to do Ice Palace first. There's no real difference since we teleport to either location. We're not waiting on any items. We have nearly 100% of the game. The only thing that we haven't found yet is the magic powder. It's a very useful item to have. And I think one more bottle is still in. So he's opting to do these dungeons in Go mode, which just makes sense. That we don't need anything else. There's hardly anything else we could possibly get any other than more cash for retirement. There's a really cool double kill you can do with those. Trying to recover it, and he gets it. For anybody wondering or asking in chat, this run will probably be another 10 to 15 minutes, depending on how well he does these dungeons. Right now, he's trying to do the Ice Palace bomb jump. Fun fact, it's actually not any faster. If you were in Go mode with the red cane, it's not any faster to do this trick. You might as well just go normally. He is missing quite a few times, though. Out of the time. There's a 2 pixels position, depending on where you're at, to line it up properly. Getting a little off every time. Very good trick to know, in case you aren't in Go mode. Or rather, I say that backwards, sorry. If you aren't in Go mode, then you are in Go mode. Right? Now I'm doubting myself. Pull them out in one hit. That's what it was. If you're in Go mode, you want to do the bomb jump like he did. So I was actually backwards. But if you're not in go mode, you can actually just go normal. Thank you. Wait a minute. What happened? Did I miss something when I was looking at chat? Why were those blocks up? I thought he did the bomb jump. Oh, that's what I missed. He did not do the bomb jump. Gotcha. I was so confused there for a minute. Thank you, chat, for keeping me straight. So yeah, like it was mentioned in chat, since he doesn't have the big, or didn't do the bomb jump, he requires the big key to continue on, so he's kind of doing mostly a full clear at this point, looking for that key, instead of starting the dungeon over completely. Finding all that love, though. All the love. So this is an interesting situation. He hasn't found the big key, and so he's opting to start over again, which means it was in that first chest in the penguin room that he skipped. I'm gonna see it coming up right here. So the bomb jump is very crucial. You can make sure you get down, and you don't run into situations like that. So he's kind of debating what he has to do now, which is really just a normal run through. Not like Ness. We're going to see him go through all these same places again as he makes his way back. This time, since he has the big key, he does not have to do bomb jump. Or that he could anyway, because he has no bombs. So, there's some bombs. Late. now that he has the big key, he can go ahead and go up here. This is the normal casual way to do it. He has the cane. Activate. So with half magic and the fire rod and bombos, he has absolutely no problems here. Normally uses an entire magic bar and fire rod to break Cold Stare out of the ice and begin the fight. However, since he has half magic, he'll still have plenty of magic left over and can use that if he wants. But it's better to use the butter sword and do like this, get him nice into a corner, hit him all multiple times. Nice quick fight. Ice Palace. I think he only missed one item in there. I don't know if it was a... Yeah, I don't know. Here we go into our final dungeon. Ceriam Mine. Down we go. There's not a whole lot to say about this, other than there's a lot of killing, there's a lot of movement stuff. He is in pure go mode at this point. All he needs to do is get up to the boss. Does need some keys, though. I believe this estimate that you see on screen was set before that he knew he had to do both Silverless and all dungeons. We're actually, for the amount, the game that we're completing, we're not that far behind. actually doing pretty much the whole Mystery Mire here. 100% clear it. Cannot find the big key that we're looking for here. There's our big key, so we continue on. The only chest we skipped was the big chest. Here's another dark room. Definitely a lot of fun to do without a lantern. I don't think we're going to see any spooky action. In fact, you can also work with. No major glitches, runners, no. Not a whole lot to these. Dashing on through, hitting these switches. And finally, we are on to our last boss, aside from Ganon. We have silvers, we're going to one-shot every single one of these eyeballs. Greatly trivializes the fight. We'll finish up Big Boy here with 2. With that complete, go back to finish Ganon. Half magic. Red tunic. 17 hearts. Can't use our silvers. And our butter. Quite the easy fight. So how this Ganonless, or the Silverless Ganon fight works is that normally you cannot damage Ganon in the last phase unless you hit him with your sword to stun him and then put silver arrows into his face. However, you do a spin attack right as he's teleporting, it counts as a hit, and it does damage proportional to what sword that you have. We have the hardest hitting sword, so it's not going to take long to finish him off. First phase is all identical. I'm going to slash away. Nice and easy. Hook shot there to give him some iframes so he doesn't get hit by the little balls of fire. Look at that, he already phased him. Here's phase 2. Goes around, stomping the ground, making the ground floor all out. By hitting him quick enough, we're actually making him not do another flame attack. At this point, it gives you a hint if you haven't found where the silvers are. Behind them. What we're going to try to do now here, that's called the lantern glitch. Basically, if you relight the lantern on the left side before the right side goes out, only the left side will ever go out. The right side stays lit. Saves you a lot of time and effort. Oh, and it looks like we took a tumble. So we gotta start this fight over again, completely, from the start. Luckily, it's not that hard. It does have all the amenities. That tree right there below, you can use your big shoes and bonk into it and get a fairy out of it every time. He opts not to do that. So he does have a fairy for backup here. I think that's why he was being so aggressive. He just wanted to get it out with. Now he's gonna have to be a little more careful. There's one potion left, one red. In case you're wondering why it looks a little different with his teleporting, every single time that he goes to a place, he has a 50% chance of staying and a 50% chance of going again. You can sit here for 30 seconds for him never stopping. Really unlucky. You can see him here, he's going to release his spin attack right as Ganon's teleporting. Be able to get a hit off. Coming close. Good. Almost there. There you go. And time doesn't stop until you actually enter the Triforce room. But GG's for an all dungeon, nearly 100% completion rate run. And it looks like the time of 2:23:57. Congratulations again, Kia, for your rando run. Thank you for your time. Thank you to everybody that's donated so far. We're doing awesome. We have a total of 2,643. We're pushing towards that 3,000 goal. Nice and quick. Currently don't have any goals that aren't unmet. We'll be adding some shortly, hopefully. We do have 3 bid wars going on still that are open. And that's the 3 Ninjas Kickback for who to play with. Shovel Knight for the file name. Right now, Waldet is winning with $25. And for Metroid, Kill or Save the Animals. Kill the Animals is at 329 with Save the Animals at 608. Substantial lead to Save the Animals. And with that, we're going to go to a quick intermission. Up next is Buddy Jack doing the Delta Rune run. So that should be a lot of fun.